There are many ways to take care of trees. For instance, you can sing to them. Hi, I'm Andrew Perry, and this is the Year of Opportunities. Artesia has plenty of trees. In fact, that's kind of the point. The city's goal is to get even more trees because it beautifies the landscape. As humans, we like to see natural colors rather than a monotonous tirade of gray concrete and lights. With greenery, there's a sort of aesthetic harmony or kinship with nature, which we enjoy. However, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to also figure out that with all these trees, there's also going to be a lot of maintenance. With that in mind, I guess we can thank the fates for our maintenance department.
Tree trimming is important. It gives a pedestrian a safe walkway to pass under, and it keeps the trees healthy. Tree trimming is scheduled. What we have here is a tree maintenance map. We split the city in half for 1 year, then the following year the other half goes and gets trimmed. So for 2012-2013, it's districts 4 and 5. We have a map that's in the reception area that takes care of, or when a resident calls in, she marks it and gives information as far as what district they're in and so forth.
What does a chipper do?
The chipper, what it takes is the branches that are trimmed, and it's fed through a machine, which is called a chipper, and grinds up the branches and turns it into mulch.
Someone wanted to trim their tree, but it wasn't scheduled for that year. What should they do?
What it is the information is taken down and logged into the service request, and they should be told what grid they're on and when West Coast is due to trim it. What we try to do is when residents request tree removals, we go out and inspect and see what kind of damage it's causing. We go through the criteria that's met in order for us to consider tree removal. We go out and inspect, see if there's sidewalk damage, property damage, roof damage, if the tree's causing any kind of damage like near a water meter, and that's what we look for to consider a tree removal. Not just because it's dropping leaves and it's messy. They want to add a tree, they call into the reception area and request for a tree, and therefore we keep it on file, so when we have the opportunity to get trees, we go ahead and plant them. The city has a certain species that are allowed to be planted. You just call in, and depending on the size of your parkway, we go out and measure and give you a list of trees that the city will allow to plant.
So, what'd you say was going on with this one?
This is the root structure on this one.
This one's a pretty. This one isn't a problem yet, right? It's just starting to be.
But it's starting to be because of the surface roots. Actually, this was planted lower, so the root system went down instead of outward. And as you can see, the surface roots are a lot thicker though. Here's an example of a tree removal because of the damage it's done to the sidewalk. And we've repaired this sidewalk twice and pruned the roots. So if we take any more roots out, this tree will fall over because all the system it has, we've taken out. So as it gets bigger, it gets more and more heavy. So due to the root system that we've obviously cut and repaired the sidewalk before, we're now going to take the whole tree out so that way it's not causing any damage or fall on something.
From service requests and the city's planned tree trimming schedule, the Public Works Department sets out scheduling the city's contractor, West Coast Arborists, to begin performing the requested work. For the most part, it all goes according to plan. But of course, there's always a curveball. After all, not every tree grows at the same rate or grows according to the plan, and it's the city's responsibility to be prepared for such contingencies. This tree's roots were pruned long ago. Pruning basically shifts the direction in which its roots grow. Generally speaking, it is in the interest of the city that the roots go straight down, so as not to disturb the nearby sidewalk. However, after decades, these surface roots just get too big and eventually they affect the sidewalk. When that happens, it's time to replace the tree and plant a new one. That's probably what's going to happen to this tree sometime soon. Sorry, old boy. It's been a good run, but your days are numbered. So, while it is ultimately the maintenance or public works department that oversees tree trimming and tree maintenance, the city contracts an outside company to perform all of this work. Right now, that company is West Coast Arborists. Furthermore, the city has a schedule in which each part of the city is trimmed over a 2-year period. There are still problems, of course. Sometimes trees need to be removed, and sometimes residents would like to add trees. If you are in that situation, you can call City Hall at 562-865-6262, and we will set up an appointment for you. Reporting from a very cosmopolitan Artesia, California, I'm Andrew Perry. Namaste, my friends.
Non sai che nome ha.